Coach, it seems like one of the areas that Tua has really excelled with is the pre-snap and getting the football out quick, the anticipation. How impressive is that for a guy playing in just his fifth, sixth game within this system?
Well, I think Tua has done a great job in terms of really diving into to this offense and trying to make sure that he knows where all the bones are buried and the important parts of the play. He's really bought into the footwork, and I think that's the thing. I've had a few conversations with you guys about that, and he's just done a really nice job of understanding what the concepts of what we're trying to do, and then letting his feet speak to him.
If there's one thing, we spoke to Tua yesterday about, we asked him what's one thing you've improved on, and he joked, yeah, I've improved on the deep balls the most. If there's one thing that you can pinpoint and say he's operating at a higher level than earlier in the year, or in past film that you've been able to see, what would you say that is?
I think it's the overall understanding of what we're trying to do, and there's just so much nuance to the quarterback position that it's anything from the cadence to his pre-snap reads to his post-snap reads, and then I'm going to continue to say his feet and how that's helping him get through those progressions.
Darrell, the word timing comes up a lot when we talk about this passing game and Tua. I'm wondering how different, or is the timing much different than everybody in this offense has seen? So is it different for Tyreek? Is it different for Gesicki? Is it that much different for Tua? And could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I would say I think it's a little bit different than probably where guys have been or things that they've been in. Their footwork is as critical as our quarterback's footwork, and being able to blend those, whether it's because different things can shake up the timing. If a receiver has free access or versus somebody that's pressed on top of him, right? And that's going to change the footwork, to whatever it's going to change it to. So does it change it to a depth? Does it change to still counting your steps? So those things, with all those guys buying into that, being where they're supposed to be when they're supposed to be there, and then marry that with Tua's feet, and it's been pretty successful so far.
Since Tua himself brought up his deep ball, where do you feel he is in that aspect? Has there been growth, or has he always had it since you got here? What do you feel?
Well, I think there's been there's been some people that have been pretty hard on Tua. And we've been, from day one, we've been very confident in him. And can he throw the deep ball? Yes. Has he been able to throw the deep ball? Yes. Is he throwing it? Is he throwing it well? Yeah, he's throwing it well. Can we improve? Absolutely. And you're still learning. You're still learning your players. Still learning. As you can tell, Tyreek is very fast, and so is Jalen. So there's difference to throwing deep balls to those guys. I thought the one that he threw to Jalen in the game for the touchdown was about as good as a throw as he's made so far. And so really like that throw. When you need to let those guys run. So those are all conversations that we're talking about all the time. But love where Tua's at with really all areas. He's grown in so many areas behind the scenes that you guys don't even get to see, just in terms of his preparation, the things that he's doing to off the field to make sure that he's working on his game, he's working on his team, and he's doing a great job with that.
Coach, McDaniel had praised the throw against the zero coverage, Tyreek down the field, kind of like you're talking about. I just wanted to hear your perspective on that play and what Tua saw and how he's able to get that ball down there to him.
Yeah, it was just, he was able to see the coverage. It was zero coverage that they put out there. So we know that there's going to be one free guy that Tua is going to be responsible for. And, he was able to read it, feel it, and he put it exactly in the spot that we want him to. Can we be picky and say, yeah, throw it about 2 yards further? Yes, we can. But we had, you have the free guy, and there's timing on when that guy's going to be free and how fast the guy can get there. And the way it ended up turning out, Tua did a great job with that.
Have you ever seen a receiver close ground like Tyreek does? I felt like he was 30 yards downfield before you could blink.
No, it's incredible to watch. It's fun to watch every day. And, the old saying, if he's even, he's leaving. That's about I've never seen it more true than him. If he's getting on within 5 yards of the guy, that's about even for him. He's leaving.